And it was, dude, this is ILM. This movie still the effects in this movie still hold up. Not necessarily Jurassic Park, but they still hold up. Go ahead.
You know what I love about early... Oh, no, I keep cutting you off. You get me so excited to say things, and then I'm like, what I like about ILM is that Lucas, whenever you watch... So I recently had to do some research for Rotten Tomatoes for the podcast about the prequels. And Lucas would just show up and be like, I want this done. And ILM's like, this doesn't exist. And then George does. It does. And George says, it does now. Like, that's awesome. That's legitimately what he said. Then you have Howard the Duck. We need this done. Well, it happens now. You're getting this done. The Mummy, when Stephen Sommers was working on that, they were like, how are we going to do this, Stephen Sommers? He's like, I don't know, just get it done. And
did they literally call him Stephen Sommers? Yep. Stephen Sommers, would you like cream in your coffee? Hello, Stephen Sommers.
What can we do about this, Stephen Sommers? And I recently what was another movie I was covering recently? But I was covering another movie recently that ILM did as well. And they said, well, we like working with this person because they asked for the impossible. And we have to deliver the impossible. And it's a lot of hard work. And it's very Alien, they said that. Like there
you go.
I don't know if Alien did that. I forget was it Alien? It was an ILM movie, but someone just said, I want the impossible. And then the guy's like, listen, we delivered it. So when they tell us, I want the impossible, we do it because then we're the people who made the impossible happen. And
Agreed,
I love that about them.
ILM special effect, okay? There is something to be said about the fact that Star Wars came out in 1977, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And none of that looks fake. The outer space scenes.
Mm-hmm. And that's the one great thing about George Lucas, is he gets out there and he says, remember when Attack of the Clones came out? He said, digital film is dead. Digital is now. He's a guy that just, I don't know. That's what I love about him. He just wants to push everything past what they can do.
But this is the problem. There's a reason why the prequels are just gorgeous looking films, but soulless.
I mean, no one can act. I mean, Natalie Portman, she's now an Oscar-winning actress. She was lost. Like, everybody was lost on that movie. And she even admitted she felt like a kid on there. I mean, you have Samuel Jackson, Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson. You have excellent actors.
These are legit actors, and they have nothing to go off of, which is what makes, to bring it back in a circle, Leah Thompson's performance in this movie even more incredible.
Exactly.
Because she's acting with a broken sock in Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
And she makes it look so genuine. Like, you think there is such a will they, won't they about this movie. That is impossible.
And she sells it. That's hard work right there. She nailed it. And I love her confidence about that. And that's another reason why I can never sit here and just be like, this movie sucks. Because people put the work in on the day. Do I think some of the higher up decisions probably weren't the best? Sure. But after working on a bunch of sets, man, I think the people on this worked their butts off to make the best thing they could. And I mean, the cinematographer had 2 Academy Award nominations. So Richard Klein was an Oscar-nominated cinematographer working on this.
That's
Jameson.
The thing. There are no bums.
None.
No, I was just going to say there are no bums here. Go ahead, Peter Jameson.
He did like Point Break. He did Mulholland. He was a Lynch guy. He did Mulholland Drive. I mean, this is a guy who, before this, he had done, Swing Shift. Actually, I love that movie. He did Halloween 3.
I remember that.
Used Cars. He was a Zemeckis guy. Then he went and did, he did Exit to Eden. But Empire Records, actually, that's a really great production design.
That's a beautiful looking movie.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, man, because you mentioned earlier that your favorite scene is the biplane.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is the diner.
Oh, it's so crazy. And then he blocks all the doors off and blows up the coffee maker for about 30 seconds.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is why the diner is legit. Number one, the makeup on Jennings. He comes in, he looks like he's got a sunburn. By the time he leaves, he looks like he's just been bathing in the waters of Chernobyl, right? He's creepy as hell. Number two, the voice is just coming out. Jennings, you got to do something. She forgot my eggs. He gets his little one-liners in.
Dark Overlord's got jokes.
Dark Overlord is a pun overlord, quite frankly. Okay. Number three, The Waitress.
Oh, she's hilarious.
The Waitress did something for me, bro. The Waitress is the definition of she's playing hard to get. She's playing it because she likes me. I had a thing for that waitress as a kid, and I don't know why. She's so chipper. She's so wonderful. She's so kind. She takes the abuse of Howard and the Dark Overlord of the universe, and nothing ever bothers her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because quite frankly, hostility is a psychic boomerang, man, and I believe that. That's her line.
That's what she says?
Hostility is a psychic boomerang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's a brilliant line.
There's a lot of random characters with personality in this film.
Yeah.
Which I do like.
Yeah.
Even the guy who's like, I need a neck brace. Like, there's a lot of extra lines.
Yes, when he rammed the back.
Oh, man. Like, put it in brake. I didn't do it. Someone hit me.
Yeah. But in the diner, right, not only are they planning to eat Howard after they decide that he is actually a duck and a freak, but they don't even take his clothes off when they start seasoning him, man.
Yeah, and they're putting salt on him and stuff.
Yeah, they're putting salt on him. They put a celery stick in his mouth. The chef just decides, I'm going to sprinkle him with lettuce. You don't season with lettuce, dude. What is happening here? And this is the joy of Joe Roma's Cajun Sushi. What is happening in that kitchen, bro? What is happening? Who are these people? This is Cleveland, Ohio, a.k.a. Cleveland. Yeah.
They need a movie just based on that.
The diner
Tim Roth in there.
The diner scene's the best, man, because the diner scene's the best because it doesn't have the weird sexual tension of the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It doesn't have the weird sexual tension of the bedroom or the spa, right? It's got 80s sitcom comedy just out the wazoo, as they would say in the 80s. And we get to see that actually Dark Overlord of the Universe, Wu-Tang Clan is nothing to F with.
He's got some bits. I would just put on the last 50 minutes of this movie. Just put it there. I could leave the first hour. And I know that sounds terrible to people, but that's when it picks up. You have the plane, you have the diner, you have the wonderful monster, you have the really cool little ATV that is just drifting around this warehouse.
Right.
And just Tim Robbins doing A++ physical comedy, just falling into everything.
Tim Robbins is hilarious in this movie.
Oh, man. Well, I appreciate you saying this, man. What's our next one? What's our next Clue? Clue.
Oh, please tell me it's Clue.
I think it is Clue.
Please tell me it's Clue.
Yeah, I think it's Clue next. So you sent me a list, and then we've kind of slowly let it go through the conversation. But I think it is Clue next, man. I think that's going to be fun.
Dude, Clue is a movie that, if AI actually existed, it would be a choose-your-own-adventure movie. I love that movie so much. And the cast is iconic at this point.
Well, let's see. Let me look.
The cast. Take a look. Take your time. Take your time and look up the cast.
This is good podcasting. But I think it's fun because Norbert sent me a list. And I'm just going, you just sent me a list. And I'm like, okay, we're going to work our way through this whole thing. But then you and I chat a lot, and then I always lose it.
All right, here you go. Since you're taking too much time.
Oh, wait, here it is. Clue.
Eileen Brennan.
And then you have Fear of a Black Hat. And then you have Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That, you know what? I will fight people with knives and forks if they tell me that Hitchhiker's Guide is a bad movie. Wait, I read the book.
Who says that?
Look, you go on the internet, okay? And there was a lot of hate on the movie Hitchhiker's Guide. I felt that it captured the spirit of the book, and Mos Def as Ford Prefect, man, inspired casting.
Mos Def is the best. 16 Blocks.
He was awesome as Ford Prefect, man.
I wish he was in more movies. I loved him. Be Kind, Rewind.
He certainly has enough children to feed, so he is doing something, even if you don't know about it. He's got a lot of kids, bro.
Well, thank you for joining me, man.
No problem, man, and I love you like a brother.
Ditto. In the words of Swayze, ditto. I love you too,
no
man.
No duck is an island, Mark. Always remember that.
Oh, brother.
That's the arc.
All right, well, thank you for joining me.
It's the arc of Howard, man. No duck is an island. He realized that he needed help, and he got it.
Oh, man. Beautiful film.
There it is.
All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Norbert, Satan, Sluts, more, man. This is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.